Now, I have been talking about the difference between the sentence Black Lives Matter and the hashtag all caps Black Lives Matter. They are two vastly different things, and I'm thinking, like, how do they let them do this? And how are they tricking us? They're mind-bending a sentence that everyone would agree with into a movement that you have to agree with, and if you don't, then you're a racist. But Black Lives Matter, as a truism, is really the front for a Marxist organization. You can look this up. This is a fact. This is known. It's out there in social media. The founders of the Black Lives Matter hashtag, which became a movement, are trained Marxists. Marxism, if you look into it, wants to eliminate all individualism from society. They want to have homes without the patriarchal figure in them, which is the dad. And they want to break up the nuclear family, and we all live as one village. And there's two classes. There's the aristocrats and there's the bourgeois. Okay? That's not what we want. That's not what America was about. And I started thinking, like, how can we get them? You know? So one thing I was thinking about is, you know, I'm pretty good at sales. I've been involved in sales, marketing, promotion my whole life. I'm an inventor. I've done a lot of things, but anything you do, I'm promoting myself most of the time. John Tabacco is actually a brand. I have all different investments, companies. People maybe invest in things because of me, because they think, you know, I've had some good successes. So I'm promoting my brand all the time. But there's a thing that's outlawed in this country by the Securities and Exchange Commission, by the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, and I figured it out. And I want you to follow me along on this. We've all heard of something called a bait and switch, right? And I want to show you the definition of bait and switch from Investopedia, which is, you know, credible news source and information source. The bait and switch occurs when prospective buyer is enticed by an advertised deal that sounds attractive. All right, take that down for a minute now. So in the sales world, if you advertise something that sounds overly attractive to the client to draw them in, they call that the bait, okay? Put it back one more time, Nico. Now, they put out their Black Lives Matter, which sounds like, yeah, I'm in on that. Everybody's in on that. Little do we know that they're really a Marxist organization that's a front for Act Blue. So when you go donate to this great sounding thing, Black Lives Matter, here's where the switch comes in. The advertised deal does not exist. They're not really for all Black Lives Matter. What they're for is your money to move forward their Marxist organization. The product is inferior in terms of quality, specifications, or whether the buyer is presented with an upsell. Here's the upsell. Donate to us, and we're going to yell about black people who get killed by cops. But the practice is considered unethical and in many jurisdictions illegal. So I think by Black Lives Matter tricking us into thinking they really care about Black Lives Matter, and then when people donate it to them, it goes to a Marxist organization, I think that's a bait and switch. And I think there's some smart lawyers out there that could just start taking a look at it, and maybe this is another way we can attack these mongrels who are trying to hijack our country.